Hi, my name's Belinda. Welcome to my channel. I'm 43 and I love everything about beauty, hair products, makeup, skincare, everything. So I wanted to share with you and give some reviews on some products that I've been trying and share a few tips and ideas that I've come across. Absolutely no expert at any of this, and I have to apologise for the quality of the film. It's just done on an iPad, so the colour isn't always great and the sound's not. So if you like anything beauty, keep watching. Thanks then. Time for me to jump on board the Fenty bandwagon. Everybody's going crazy for this Fenty makeup by Rihanna, so I thought I'd nip into Boots, see if I could get myself a little sample of the foundation to try. And so it does say that, so this is a product review. So it does say on the website that I think it can be quite, it's good for oily skin. Maybe not so great for dry skin, which I've got. So it says if you have dry skin, to moisturise well beforehand, which I've done. I've done the Clinique 3-step cleanse, tone, moisturise, and then I'm going to put some of this on as well. This is going to be my primer for this one, and it's like a moisturising primer. It's Clinique's Pep Start. I absolutely love this. It's called Hydro Blur, and I've not done a review on it yet, but it's quite a thick sort of substance, quite silicone-y, which I like, but it's not actually specifically it's not specifically a primer, but it can be used as a primer. When they sell it to you, they'll say it's a moisturiser but can be used as a primer. Don't think it can just be used as a moisturiser on its own. Really like the feel of it, and it just sort of blends out a few fine lines. So that's the base for me, what I'm going to use for today. Unfortunately, I didn't realise they did a primer in Fenty. It was a bit slow off the mark there. I probably should have picked some of that up. Right, so we've gone for, or I was colour matched with, the shade 170. Got this from Boots and they gave me a decent sample. So it's colour shade 170. It comes in, wait for it, 50 shades. 50 shades. 50 Shades of Fenty. In fact, that's what I'm going to call this video. Oh. Right, so it said to give it a good old shake. So it's the Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. So it's a matte finish, which I'm not sure how I'm going to get on with this because I prefer a bit of a dewy finish. So what it does say as well is it dries really quickly. Some of the reviews I read on the website from customers that have already tried it said it does dry really quickly. So I'm only going to do small parts to start with and work on those small areas. So let's just go for that side of the face. And it says to use a brush. So it says to apply with a small brush. So this is just an Eco Tools foundation brush in small sections. And it's a medium to full coverage, which I don't normally go for. But I wanted to try and see because everybody's been going about how great this is. Oh, you beauty, that was the door shutting, that scared me. Right. Okay, so that's just that little area there done. See it already building up. It's absolutely fantastic coverage for just a tiny bit of product. Wowzers. It's quite thick. I'm used to a bit more of a more runny foundation, I think. Let's try and do a bit more. So the primer that she does as well, or Fenty do, is the Instant Retouch Primer. A few of the reviews said it stays on all day without any cracking. It's very long lasting. Obviously can be built up, as can most foundations. And so I reckon it's pretty good for oily skin because it does feel quite drying. It's quite, not sure if my skin feels that, if it feels that breathable on my skin. So if you've got oily skin, this might be one for you. And I didn't see anywhere that it said it had an SPF in it, so it might not. It may, and I just missed it, but I didn't read that anywhere. Right, let's just carry on. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't know if it might crease a bit because I'm a bit older. It's very. I think young girls would really like this. because it's well, not just young girls, anyone who likes a decent thick coverage really. But it's quite natural looking as well, I think. You can still see my freckles through it. Yeah, that does dry really, really quickly. And I've found, I don't know if you can see, probably the colour's not coming up great. It's not blended very well on my nose. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a damp beauty blender and just try and add a bit of moisture back into that. It's almost like it's dried too quickly before I've had a chance to blend it properly. So that's taken the product off my nose. Let's put some back on. Oh dear. Flipping heck. Right, let's do it a bit quicker this time. Right, so that's it done. For me, that looks, at the minute, I don't know if it looks a bit chalky, a bit drying. It's a matte finish, which I'm not used to. I much prefer a bit of something with a bit more of a dewy finish. But the coverage, I have to say, is rather excellent. So I'll just go away and work my magic and put a bit of colour back in my face. And then we'll see what it looks like in a moment. So that's me back now with all my makeup on. What do you think of it? I'm not sure. It is quite drying. I did have to blend it quite a bit. I don't think I worked it quick enough because I was chatting too much. I probably, if I'd have not been rambling on and blended a bit quicker, it might have gone in my skin a bit better. But I did have a little squidge about with the beauty blender after, and a bit of a play about with a bit more product. But it feels really nice. Does feel a little bit drying. But one thing I will say, I always have to put powder on the end of my nose because that shines, and I've not had to do that this time, so that's really good. So I'm going to go off to work now, see how it lasts during the day, and I'll come back and let you know my verdict. So here I am back after a day at work and a few other bits. It's about 9 hours later. I'm really, really impressed with this stuff. It's not budged. I mean, by now, well, within probably an hour of wearing makeup, I usually have a bit of a shiny nose. And I've not had to put anything extra on my nose all day. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I've never ever known a product keep my nose from shining. It's fantastic. The only downside for me is it's a little bit, it feels a little bit dry and my face doesn't feel overly nourished. It feels a little bit tight. But, and I'm wondering if I was maybe colour matched for before I had a bit of a suntan. So when I put it on earlier, before I put the rest of my makeup on, it did look quite pale. So I think that's just the fact that I've got a bit of a suntan in between. But you can still see my freckles. I only put one application on. It's very buildable. I didn't need any more than that for me. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed with this. So for £27, it's quite an expensive makeup, but for going out or something, you know, at the weekend to last a bit longer, if you struggle with makeup slipping off your face, definitely get yourself down to your local store of Boots or Debenhams and get a sample to try.